everyone here saw the fight, obviously.
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck, dude, yeah.
Stayed up late.
Stayed up late.
Yep.
Okay. Thoughts about the fight?
Son, I didn't know Izzy was playing possum. And then I was so fucking worried, and I feel kind of bad because my wife was like, why are you acting like you're fighting? And then I was like, because I was...
hate it when people do that.
Son,
Let me be into something.
Then I got insecure.
Why are you acting like you made the purse with Chanel? You ain't make the purse with Chanel. You like the purse.
But then I got insecure, and I was like, you don't understand. He could die in there. And then she got super worried.
Yeah.
And then she was like freaking out because she was like, oh my God, this guy could die. And then I spent 30% of the fight being like, no, but he's actually too good of a fighter to die in there. But then
you can't watch fights with
You
that.
had a great time watching that fight.
He said the same thing during Top Gun, though. He was like, no, Tom Cruise could die in there. Like, it is scary. It is intimidating.
No, remember when I was watching the Last Dance and my wife recorded me giving her the rules, and then I told her I was going to jump out the window? I had enough. I said I had enough. No, I said I'm going to go watch it at the studio. I'm going to leave you right now. I'm going to the studio to watch.
But you already know what happens to Michael Jordan.
Yeah, dude.
You already know what happens. You know
That's how important it is. That's how important it is. You know what happens at church?
No. Sometimes he'll freestyle.
You go to church every Sunday, you know the story.
No, but he'll add some freestyle shit.
Oh my
He'll
God.
start going
He
off.
made a Bordeaux this weekend. Last weekend, it was a Merlot.
It's the little things, bro. It's the spice of life.
Anyway, you could know the ending for something and still be, enjoy the experiment. Whatever. Fuck y'all. See how excited I was?
I got
You
a point.
thought you knew.
I got a point on
You
that
thought
one.
you knew I was going to end that sentence. You didn't realize I was going to have a fucking stroke in the middle of it. Yo, shout out to the Mario Brothers movie. We're going to get back to that in a little bit. But Izzy, victory.
Did everybody collectively lose their fucking minds when he got that KO? Yeah. My dog started shaking. I was screaming so loud. He thought I was... And then my wife was like, yo... People who didn't watch the fight think you're beating me up right now. Because I just kept, let's fucking go. I was going nuts,
That's
dude.
what you would sound like if you were beating her up?
I mean, just high volume.
Well, let's go, baby.
Yeah,
You fucking do
I
a
gotta get
3-point
into
celebration.
it. Yeah, I gotta get into it. You know what I mean?
Al and
I've
I
been
watched it
waiting on
together.
Like, you don't need to do an end of fight promo if you're beating your wife. You know what I mean? You don't gotta be like, I'm the cream of the crop. Like, you can just do it.
No, you got it. Yeah, you gotta talk that shit.
Come on, you got to finish her.
Now, that's abusive if you do it and you don't celebrate.
Yeah.
Because that means you do it all the time.
Yeah.
But if you do it for the first time, you
Yes.
gotta dance around.
Yeah.
We competing.
You gotta
know
use
what I
that
You
mean?
gotta
Court.
drag her body to the middle of the living room and then sit on top of her and do this shit. People's
You're
elbows.
celebrating your last moments of freedom, right?
You gotta get it off. You gotta have a story for the boys in jail.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just hooked her off one time and then that's
You
it.
do a post-fight interview, like, honestly, he was looking good in the first round. She was going for it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, you could do that, Mark.
That's where it's too crazy?
You could do that, Mark.
That's where it's too crazy, Mark?
It just died, bro.
You guys were visualizing. You were lost in the act. You guys were lost in the act.
Hey, Mark, tell us how you feel after that.
Honestly, man, she was good, but she was putting up a fight, man. You know? I thought she had it.
Did she have the best of you?
I'll put you out your misery right now.
That's the hardest part of fighting. No one ever talks about that. The fight is the easy part.
He gonna keep going. It's the post-fight interview. That's the
That shit is tricky. You gotta have your words all organized.
Anyway, look, golly, bro. Did you get beat up by your wife last night?
I'll be honest, man. It was a tough fight, bro. I'll be honest. She was good.
All right, so in the fight, Izzy said he was playing possum at the end.
Yes.
Part of me is like, I believe you.
Easy bullshit.
The other part is like,
bullshit.
he caught you with the mean leg kick right before. He landed a couple punches right before. Now, I will say this. There was another time where Pereira was closing the distance on Izzy. And then Izzy put his hands up and then started swinging with him and just exchanged. This was earlier in the fight.
But that time, I think he went into it. Like
He leaned into it,
leaned into
but
it.
he got caught, but still he exchanged it. And I remember at that moment, I was like, oh shit, hold on, he's gonna trade with them?
Yeah.
Because that's a brave thing.
Yeah.
The guy who has knocked you out once, cold.
Yeah.
Last time you guys fought, KO.
Basically the same way. Like, up against the fucking gate, like, trying to slip punches.
Exactly, right? So that was the moment right there, like the knockout. It was one of the most brave things I've ever seen, and also like one of the most like cognitively aware things I've ever seen. Like he gets hit by a few different punches.
Yep.
He gets kneed basically in the fucking cheek,
Yep.
right? Massive knee. He gets a left hook, a deadly left hook that hopefully he blocks a little bit with his hand. And then he does this great thing. He sees that Pereira is loading up the left hook again, and he does this quick little pop jab, and then that perfect right hand comes over. He rocks him, and he falls in the same way that when he knocked him, or we almost dropped him in the first round of the other fight. But this is the craziest thing. The second right hand he lands, I've only been able to see the punch at 0.25 speed.
Yeah.
The punch does this magical thing. And this is where, like, I don't know if he's watched so much anime, it's starting to, like, manifest itself. But, like, and I mean this sincerely. If you watch at regular speed, you see the punch get thrown, and then from about here to when it hits his head, just disappears. I don't know if it's a glitch in the camera. I don't know what the fuck it is, but if you watch at regular speed, the punch starts here, disappears, and then ends up on his head.
Were you watching an
Watch
illegal
it, bro.
stream?
Can we pull it up?
I had to bring it down to 0.25.
That's his Wi-Fi.
That might have been Wi-Fi.
It could be my ESPN account. I gotta talk to the mouse about that.
Hold on, we got your stream up here.
See
right
what
now.
I'm saying?
Yeah, see.
It's not.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Nah,
Computer can't
he
process
just
it,
punched him 5 times. He missed it, bro.
See?
All right, let me pull it up. All right.
Okay.
This is
let's
0.25 though, right? Or whatever point.
no.
That's just buffering.
Now, the quality of this is so bad. I can't believe you're actually playing it. Like it's shocking.
This is what
to
you
me.
I
watched
see
it
what you're
on.
saying though. It
Actually
looks like it's
playing.
here and then it's just back all of a
Bro,
sudden.
I've watched it at 0.25 speed. That's the only speed where I can actually see that second right hand connect. It's the fastest punch I've ever seen thrown.
Yeah.
And then game fucking over. And then celebration, crazy.
Unfucking believable.
The celebration is like, I mean, he's not even a human being anymore. He's just an anime character.
Yeah.
Bro, the whole storyline. I mean, I'm just trying to understand the liberation you feel, right? If you look back to our first interview with him, I asked him, because I didn't even think I knew, but I asked him, I was like, have you ever been KO'd? He goes, yeah, by some guy, I'm not even gonna mention his fucking name.
I remember that.
Okay?
I remember that.
Right? I went and I think looked it up afterwards. I was like, who is this motherfucker that's beating Izzy, right? And I saw the KO. And imagine that. You're on top of the world. I think at one point he was probably pound for pound #1. Everybody's going, nobody can beat you at middleweight. It's absolutely impossible. You're the fucking king. But you know in the back of your head, there's a guy that got the best of you.
Yeah.
You've probably gotten the best of every other person that you fought.
Yeah.
Maybe you lost a shitty decision. Maybe you lost a shitty decision in China where shit is corrupt. But there's a guy who KO'd you, and you haven't gotten that get back in. And then you fight in the UFC, and he takes everything you worked for. And now people are starting to question you. Other fighters are starting to chirp.
And
They're
just like last time, you were beating him the whole fucking fight.
Exactly. You were a minute away or a minute and a half away or however long away from actually getting that, what is the term? Getting the monkey off your back, right? I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
So and then to go in there and not outpoint him. That's what I liked about it.
Yeah,
He didn't
yeah.
win a decision.
So.
Yeah.
Out of the judge's hands.
Yeah.
Night.
Of all the weight class, all the belt holders in every weight class, he's beaten the most people. Did you see that stat? Whereas like he beat 9 finishes of 9 different fighters, whereas every other belt holder in every other weight class is like 3 finishes of people in the weight class.
Yeah, because
like,
those belts be moving around so much.
But it's just dominant.
You have to be dominant over a long period of time, right? If you're
insane.
fighting 3 times a year, you have to hold that belt for 3 years to fight 9 guys. That's if. Dana White was even saying afterwards, he was like, most guys, they'll fight maybe once or twice in a year once they get the belt. They're living a good life. Why do they want to go out there and risk it? He goes, Izzy's out there 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was just this amazing, and I can't imagine, that's why I really wanted to talk to him. I was like, what does that feel? What is the liberation of slaying the dragon? Of knowing you could beat a guy, he's beaten you 3 times, he's taken everything. And then you finally beat him, and in convincing fashion. He can't say a single thing. He's unconscious, knocked out. What he did to you, you just did to him. Yep. What is that feeling, bro?
Yeah. And mocking his kid right in front of him, fire.
The kid thing was amazing.
Unfucking believable.
How does he remember all the tags?
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
Yeah.
Like how after a fight you have the mocking of the kid, you have like this amazing speech that you give. It's fucking motivational.
The bow and arrow shit.
The bow and arrow.
Literally,
shit.
did he do the bow and arrow every time, Pereira?
Every time.
Every time. So he had that locked in.
Oh, yeah.
Because he practiced the improv. If you look at the improv from just a purely comedic
It's
standpoint,
not improv.
But it's like perfect.
This is masterful
I
writing.
wonder if he did 3 because he got beaten 3 times.
Yeah, he gets the bow.
He did 3 arrows.
He gets the
I don't
bow
know.
and
Is he
the
kind of
arrows.
guy who would do that?
Yeah, there's a guy named Trill Effects or something like that.
Yeah.
He did this amazing, he adds animation to the video and he puts actual arrows in Izzy's hand and the bow.
And then he breaks the
snaps
bow. It's just
Amazing.
perfect improv. Like he doesn't like throw it doesn't disappear.
I want to know the moment, what he's thinking, the moment he sees the opening for that jab, that left he throws, when he sees it, when he sees that connect, and then he connects to right. I want to know his entire thought process as he's seeing all of it happen.
I'm imagining he sees Pereira loading up the left again.
Yeah.
Because Pereira lands a big left, but he blocks it. And then he sees him dipping to load it again, and then it is just lightning fast. Yeah. And I think it's one of those things, I think he made a decision, and I want to fucking talk to him about it, obviously, but like, I think he made a decision, which is, if we get in close,
he's going.
I'm not going to hold his hands. Remember, that's what he was doing before?
Oh, yeah.
We're swinging.
Yeah.
And he did it earlier, and he got caught, but I was like, oh, shit, he wants to bang with this motherfucker.
He wanted to bang, but he also was keeping his guard up. And I love, that's a difference. Like, usually he'll be like this with it, but he was like this.
No, we're doing this.
Yeah.
I'm locked in, and I'm willing to take one and give one. And he got caught a few times by Pereira, and the chin held up. And I wonder if you get some confidence going, okay, he's hit me hard. He kicked him. Pereira kicked him once in the fucking head. Mm-hmm. And he got caught, but he, kept his cool.
Yeah.
But I wonder if that was in camp. It was like, yo, I'm going out. If I go out, I'm going out on my shield. Yeah. Because you have to understand, when you decide to exchange with somebody in that moment, that's an all-in hand in poker.
Yeah. Mm.
Because if you get caught,
someone bigger than you, stronger than you.
And keep in mind, he's not imagining it's over.
Yeah.
He's felt it be over. The bravery of sitting there in that moment and going, this is a 50-50. Either I'm gonna hit him and it's lights out, or he's gonna hit me and it's lights out again. And he just decides to do it.
I'm prepared to die.
And I think
prepared to
the
die.
great part at the knockout was, I think Izzy did get hurt, and that's why he moved back, but Pereira thought he was like really hurt. So it's like, I think Izzy still had all his like wherewithal about him. So that's why like that first check jab was just to see the distance. And then that's why the second one was perfect.
Yeah,
It
and
landed
also
perfectly.
getting hit in your leg doesn't daze you.
Yeah, it doesn't daze you.
So he's all there. He's just a little bit, incapacitated?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's incapacitated. So he can think, he sees the punches coming, he knows everything that's happening, but he just can't move. And then when Pereira walked into that trap.
Yeah.
Now, Jordy, I don't know if y'all saw, True Jordy did a great breakdown of the end of the first round of the last fight.
Oh, yeah.
And then this. So I think Izzy was thinking, I had this motherfucker in the first round. If that round is 3 seconds longer, 1 second longer, I KO this guy.
Well, can I tell you one thing? And Izzy even said this. Izzy did something different this time. So last time, he hits him with that overhand right. And he'd been reaching for that overhand right in the first round, too. Mm-hmm. He'd been getting close, but Pereira was keeping distance. He hits him with that big overhand right? Wobbles him. What does he do in the first fight? He fakes a right, and then he throws a hook.
Yeah.
This one, he said, no.
Double it up.
Double it up.
Give it to the next person.
This one is what hurt you. You getting this one again. And I remember when he was on the pod, he was like, I don't know why. I went for an uppercut and then a hook. I like faked an uppercut and then went for a hook. He was, I should have just thrown the straight right or the looping right over. And he fucking did it this time.
Yeah.
What a fucking.
And I love that he didn't really take cheap shots afterwards. Like
what do you mean?
He finished them, and then he went for the pound, and then he was out, and he was like, all right, that's all I need to do.
He got one.
He got one, but he pulled back on the second one, was like, that's all I need.
And he said, I put everything into it. He was like, he said that was from the gods. That hammer fist is from the gods.
No, that was crazy.
Yeah, amazing.
But I didn't even see it as like violence. I saw it as like, I'm letting everything out here, and I'm fucking winning.
Yeah.
His guy's not getting saved by the bell. And every piece of like negative emotion I felt is going into this.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was any like malice or wanting to hurt him. I think it was just, I have to win it all.